There are two ways to divorce under Thai law. The first way is to make an agreement. That's the best way. You should try to avoid going to the court. Now, the second way is going to the court. You should try to avoid going to the court because if you make an agreement, you can divorce very quickly in one day if you want. It's fast, it's cheap, and you will know exactly what you're going to get because you will agree to it. We recommend you to make an agreement like in Thai in English because you will know exactly what is in the agreement instead of going to the local registration office called the Emperor or Ket and to register like something that you might not understand what you signed for. Now, if you can't agree, you must go to court. A judge will check three things if you go to court. First, they will verify if you have a ground. You must have a ground to go to court. You will find grounds to divorce under Thai law at section 1516 of the Thai Civil Code. Grounds can be like adultery, separation of 3 years, desertion of 1 year. There are many different grounds, so you just have a look at section 1516 of the Thai Commercial and Civil Code. Now, if you have a ground, the judge will check two other things. He will check about the children, and he will also check about what we call the common asset or marital property. About the children, they will make a decision who should get custody if there is some alimony that should be paid. There is a report made by the juvenile division that normally the person will meet before going to court. So the first step in court will be like to give the documents to the court. The second step, if you have a child, there will be like a report made by a social worker about the children. And the third step is like a trial. There's also like normally a negotiation session just before that. So the law about like children is basically like the judge will rule what is the best interest of the child. Is the child's best interest to be with the mother? Is it to be with the father? Or if the parties can agree, it's going to be much easier. Now, about the common property, the marital property, the judge will decide what is personal property, and each spouse will keep their personal property, and he will divide the common property 50-50. I'll give you an example. If, for example, like you had a car before marriage, this is normally personal property. But if you bought a car after marriage, this is common property. Now, it doesn't matter like whose name